Hey everybody, Jared of Second Life Design. It has been a while since I've posted anything non-milling related, so I thought it'd be a good time for kind of a shop update video. You know, beginning of the new year, show you some of the new tools I've picked up in the last couple weeks, last couple months, and share some other updates about things, you know, kind of the works that's coming up, you know, as far as woodwork, and yeah, we'll kind of just catch you on up what's going on around here. All right, so first things, I bought a CNC machine. This is a General iCarve. I do not know how old it is. Just judging from the information I can find online about it, it does appear to be an old machine. These were originally made for high schools, trade programs, as kind of an entry into the CNC world. It has a cut footprint of 20 inches by 15 inches, and I think the Z moves either 4 or 6 inches, probably 4 inches. It is not a large capacity machine, and that is not why I bought it. I bought it because it was a very reasonable price, and I'm trying to integrate the CNC technology into my shop. If this does work out, I will be purchasing a larger machine. I've already got one kind of earmarked that looks really good, but I want to justify kind of the cost in my workflow. I know you can make money with the CNC, but I make money on doing other woodworking things. So I need to find a way to make this work with my system, not the other way around. I don't want to be just a sign shop or anything like that. I want to be able to integrate this into what I'm already doing and be able to expand my capabilities, not just dial in just on CNC work only. That is not my end goal. So this is serving as a test bed to learn workflow. I'm very familiar with CNC machines and what they can do, but I want to see how it can work for me is what I'm going for with this one. But very cool machine. It has lead screw drive, really solid. Everything's really tight, and it should work to serve my needs as a learning tool very well. All right, so this will not be a new sight to most people that follow along. The chainsaw mill has been put together for a while. It has been in a couple of videos, but I have used this thing now where I've made some cuts, and yeah, I'm very happy with this thing. Let's go take a look at what I have cut so far on these big sycamore logs. Okay, so here we are out in the driveway, and I have made the top cut, and I have got my first keeper slab taken off of this thing. I'm going to try and do some more milling the next week or two. I am working around weather right now, but I'm very happy with this so far. It's kind of flashing off all the moisture, but these are very impressive slabs where they are 10 feet long and over 40 inches from here down to about there. It tapers down there a little bit, but these are very, very much single slabs. Very happy with these things, and yeah, I should be able to get about 6 of them from this log, kind of measuring down. You know, I'm going 12/4 for everything, so there'll be 3-inch thick slabs. I should be able to get about 6 more out of this, and I'll call it quits. The cut time on this was about 6 minutes, so to cut through this whole thing, 6 minutes from start to finish. That's putting in the wedges and working with the winch and all that. So very, very happy with the performance of the 881. It is a lugger. It has power for days. All right, and the last tool purchase, probably the most surprising to people, is I picked up a Sawstop Job Site Pro. I've been pretty outspoken for a long time about having my love and fondness for track saws and how capable they are, and that a table saw isn't really needed. And I have gotten by a long time without a table saw. In fact, it's something I just kind of learned to work around, where just a track saw and a router. I've been pretty happy with that. But I'm doing some things now, kind of, I would say, more homeowner type work, trim work, where the speed of a table saw is just kind of hard to deny at times. And it's something that I also have someone else that's helping me now, where from a business point, it's good business to have a Sawstop. If you have an employee, someone else in your shop working, it does not take long, in medical bills to sink you, where table saw accidents happen. It's just the reality of it, and a Sawstop prevents that. You know, I don't have to tell anybody here about Sawstops and what they do, but yeah, I picked up the Job Site Pro. I really like it so far. I made a couple small projects with it, some floating shelves and kind of a big oversized panel for someone, and did it all on the table saw. And it took a little bit longer than what I thought, but still very, very nice saw. I will be covering this more in the coming weeks. I like that it is portable. My shop is very small. I have a lot of lumber in here. I need all the square footage I can get for big slabs. So having something that rolls away and out of the way is a big win for me. So I appreciate its small footprint and the quality of it. I use a Sawstop every day at my day job, and I've always been impressed by how good of a tool it is. They are fantastic saws that also have a great safety feature. So that's all I can really say right now. I'll be covering it more as things develop and as I get more projects under my belt with it and how I'm using it. So I'll follow up with that as we're going along. All right, so that's all the new tools. It's a lot to integrate into my workflow. This is a lot of new tooling all at once and a lot of things to figure out and get dialed in. I like having my tools kind of set up to where they're ready to go at a moment's notice. And nothing infuriates me more than the chainsaw that you need to go cut something right away and it's out of gas or it doesn't run right, it's cold-blooded or whatever, just doesn't run right, or the car you need to use at the last minute and the battery's always dead. That stuff infuriates me, so I really work hard to get everything prepped and ready to go to where I may look disheveled and disorganized, but things are ready to go when I need them. So getting the CNC dialed in and getting that programming figured out, for writing the tool paths and things, that's going to take me a little while to get that figured out and how I can integrate that into my workflow. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. Upcoming projects. I've always been very fortunate to where a lot of my woodworking clients are repeat clients, where I have done something for them in the past. I have done something for a neighbor in the past. However, where I can trace a lot of my woodworking projects back to probably the same 6 or 8 people, where I can trace the lines back to where they referred them or whatever. And that's what I've got now. I've got probably 3 or 4 months worth of work for 2 different clients, basically, where I will be just constantly doing something for one of the 2 of them. So have a big slab coffee table, have a really unique TV console, have a lot of the floating shelves and that kind of stuff, kind of the more homeowner type work. So I have a lot of that coming in. I'm doing a sliding barn door. Got a lot of that kind of things going on. I'm going to be filming that as much as I can. I want to, my resolution for the year is to film more things and get more out there. So I hope everybody can appreciate that. I'm trying to up the quality of the videos and yeah, just trying to make it more enjoyable for you guys so I'm not rambling so much, and speed, getting more things out quickly to get good information out. So I appreciate everyone following along. I appreciate all the fans. It's great getting all the messages all the time. Really, productive questions where people are really getting something out of it and I can really help somebody. It really kind of nails home why I'm doing all this. So I appreciate everyone sticking with me. One last thing, the big sycamore logs. I am going to be milling those as I can, as weather allows. And I will be releasing those, kind of each log as its own long video. I've talked to several people and they don't really seem to mind the longer ones about that. So I'll be covering that more in depth and they will be their own video. It'll be giant sycamore log from start to finish. That's what they're going to look like. I'm working around the weather at this point. It is when things are completely frozen, I can't really do anything. If it's 0 degrees like it's been the last couple days in Illinois, I can't really do anything. So I'm working with the weather as much as I can and look for those videos as they drop. So hit that bell, and I appreciate everyone sticking along, and have a good night, guys.